That might be. Here you go. I'll give you one.
That wasn't the best frame job either.
No.
The catcher didn't earn that one for the pitcher. He kind of, if anything, hurt the chances of that being a strike, but it called a strike. 2-2, and this one lifted into left field deep. Spencer going back, and it's off the front of the wall. One run will score. They'll send Clifton around as it's into the cutoff man. Allen will actually hold it, and they'll actually hold Clifton, or Anderson, that is.
And I don't know. Like, I feel like there's no way that left fielder is going to get to that ball. I don't know if we're just kind of being conservative. And
an RBI double for Haas, and it looks like we're going to have a pitching change for Graham.
I mean, it looks like Coach Daniels was waving him to come in, but.
Well, he was until they got it in pretty quick
to
the cutoff. And Allen has a pretty good arm, so
going
to hold him up there. The Cats lead 8-0, plus you only have one out.
Right. And I think he would have been gunned out at home.
Oh, it would have been.
But I just felt like when he hit that, I mean, it's questionable that it was going to hit off the scoreboard. It was questionable was it going out.
It wasn't a question of whether it'd be called or not. The way Spencer was going at it, he turned his back.
Yeah.
But it's one of those where you've got your fundamentals. I know John wasn't even looking. He was looking at. He had his foot on the bag, waiting on Coach Daniels to tell him when to go after the catch. But I understand what you mean. At second, he might have could have.
I guess
worst case scenario at second base, if you get out here about halfway and wait, you go back. You're still in scoring position.
I guess as a base runner, I think too many times now, as some of these high school kids, they always look to their coaches to send them or let them read the ball. Like as a base runner, there's sometimes that you have to kind of get that read for yourself. Like it's in between pop ups, fly outs, I understand, but like that one, it was clear that kid was not going to get to it. But you have a big lead. It is what it is.
Now pitching number 25.
I guess we're kind of thinking in the sense of let's get that 10-run lead and get to the fifth and get this game over with and get ready for tomorrow.
And now you've got the 10th run out there at second base, so maybe that's what we're going for. As Jared Mouse will be up to the plate here in just a moment. They'll make a pitching change to a lefty, Jackson Spencer. Howie Spencer goes 4 1/3 innings, gives up 7 hits and 8 runs to this point. Again, he's responsible for all the 2 runners on at second and third in scoring position.
I would do this. If you get a chance, if there's a way you can get a stat, what's our batting average against righties versus lefties?
I don't think that's on here, but I'm sure we can probably get that stat for
I'm just interested.
Next time.
Just interested. What's our batting average righty versus lefties?
Yeah, we don't get that kind of split, I don't think. Nope. That's what we need. Of course, you don't see a lot of lefties.
Well, but you got the kid from Tazewell's a lefty.
That's true, yeah.
I think does Lebanon have a left, I believe?
Yeah, it's the lefty that hit us, yeah.
So that's why I'm wondering. I just wonder what our batting average is against lefties.
Of course, the lefties that we do see are out of this world.
Yeah,
so we'll see if Jackson Spencer fits that bill. As they just switch spots, it's Jackson Spencer will move to the mound from left, and Howie Spencer will move from the mound or from left to the plate to the pitcher's mound. Howie will move to left, that is. So I don't even have to fill out a new name. I just change the numbers out. 13 goes to left, and the new pitcher, Spencer, goes to the mound, number 25. And he'll face Jared Mouse with runners at second and third and 1 out. Cats lead 8-0 here in the home half of the 4th inning. Mouse, Bradley, and Lathrop, the next 3 up. As the first pitch on the way from the lefty. Outside, and that's a strike, 0-1. That's that outside corner that Howie was wondering where it was there whenever he was out there.
But right now, left field, he's thinking, why can't I have that call?
If he'd have had that call, he'd already had 2 outs this inning. It'd already be over. Runners at second and third. Instead, 2 runs have scored. This one misses up and away, 1-1. Of course, if a lefty can hit right there a little bit lower, that was about bell tie, that first one, he'd be pretty good. I know I was a left-handed pitcher, and they just said, bury that pitch down and away every time. We don't care. Don't even worry about the inside part of the plate. There's a 1-1. This one lined.
That's in there.
Past a diving Allen. 1 run will score. Coach Daniels will hold the other runner, and the runner, after the missed cut, Mouse will move to second. 9-0. Cats lead it. They tried to, if they'd have thrown it in through the cutoff, Mouse would have had to hold it first, but they threw it all the way through to home plate, and Mouse took advantage.
But that's what you were just saying. Keep it outside. I mean, he came back inside with that pitch and
ripped it into left field. Yeah. 3 runs this inning for the Bearcats.
Still just 1 out.
Just 2 runners in scoring positions, so nothing really changed. Just the run, the difference in runs is that one missed up, 1-0. I'm interested to see what kind of game we'll have in the second game, whether we're going to have a low-scoring affair or high-scoring. It'll definitely depend on how each team decides to handle that pitching, like we've talked about.
It'll be interesting.
And like you said, we think Willis pitched yesterday, so how much do you pitch him today?
Yeah. Well, now
called strike.
So now, here's the question. It's obviously over 25 pitches. So I guess at this point, do you just stay with Zach?
Yeah, I think once you need to make sure you're not keeping him over. Well, I mean, how many days till Monday? You just don't want to. You want to have him available for Monday. Right. So I don't know. Are you going to piggyback? Are you going to have Dixon try to start in the first game of the region? If you play a Ridgeview who struggled into Mountain 7, you're going to try to start like a Michael Bradley or somebody like that in an elimination game. See, that's the thing. If you can get out to a big enough lead, you don't have to worry. You can pitch Dixon for 40 pitches or however many. That's a called strike on a breaking pitch, 2-2.
The only issue about those type of games, though, you're one and done. If you get behind, as a kid, when you get behind and you might not be used to playing like that, you're going to panic a little bit because your season's on the line.
You're right. Yeah, you don't want to risk that. You want to get off to a good start. Tough swing there as Bradley makes a late decision there to hack at it and strikes out. It's the first strikeout for Jackson Spencer since coming in.
That's what you talked about. Balls away. Keep it away.
Good pitch away off speed, and now Jamie Lathrop will come to the plate with 2 outs and runners at second and third. 9-0. Cats lead it. Trying to get to that number 10 mark. They couldn't win it right now by doing that, but if they could get the next 3 outs, it'd be over. If they can get one more run across, as this one lifted into center field. Justice coming in.
I think he has it.
And he'll make the grab easily for out number 3. Cats have 8 batters come to the plate. They score 3 runs.
Just tell by the body language there that he was confident he was going to make that catch.
On 3 hits, and they leave 2 on base. It is 9-0. Virginia High as we head to the top of the 5th inning. We'll see if Griffith can close it out. I see Haas over there in the bullpen getting loose. I don't know if they're thinking about getting him warm to pitch or what. I know John's out there with the glove thinking, am I coming in to play third or what's happening?
Well, here's the issue now. I mean, now we got to go. We can't win this now in the 5th right now. So, I mean.
Well, we can win it in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, yeah,
we just can't get 3 outs here and end it. 9-0 Cats. Jamie wants to bat another time. Maybe he flew out there to center.
Well, you got Nolan going to third. So.
Yep, so Nolan was just out there throwing a couple. So, still a good inning there for the Bearcats. Scored 3, and 2 of those were leadoff men who walked. So, and Zach Griffith has scored twice in the ball game after he scored there in that half inning. So, Spencer came in relief and gave up a single and then struck out 1 and got a fly out to center to end the inning. But if the most thing we can be angry about is not getting the 10th run there in the 4th inning, everything's going all right today. But again, it's all about pitch count. I think once you get to this point in the year, in these games, we want to win the Southwest District Tournament, but we don't want to have to work everybody too hard to get it.
And that's why I was saying, like, that ball that was hit over his head, we should have 10 runs right now and go ahead and get this game over with. But it is what it is, and,
it's more fun to win it on a walk-off that way, right? Yeah. Single it somehow or score it somehow for the last out.
But you just don't want these pitches to rack up on Zach here.
And what you don't want is to go 1, 2, 3 the next half inning and then have to keep pitching Zach or have to go to somebody. You'd like to end it next. As Zach will face 8, 9, and 1. Mounts, Wheeler, and Spencer. The Cats lead 9-0.
Speaking of which, do we have any news on our softball team? Our softball team was playing today. I believe they're playing Richlands.
Sure, we can look as there's a ground ball knocked down by Haas. He'll collect and throw across in time to get Mounts. Mounts kind of pulled up there at the end. I think he was inside the baseline there and almost ran into Lewis, so he had to sort of slow up. Might have cost him from being safer out.
But again, I think there's the confidence right there. Graham makes that play, they're going to panic a little bit. Right there, Nolan stayed with the ball, knocked it down, bobbed it a little bit, but
he
stayed with it.
He recognized it was a hard-hit ball, yeah.
And had some time to gather himself and made the play.
Lebanon beat Tazewell today in softball 5-2. So there's one score for you.
I believe our girls are playing Richlands.
Yeah, they are. They're at Richlands. We'll have to see, though. We can find us a score. I'm not seeing anything right now.
But they are in the top 4, so they'll move on. Win or lose today, they'll move on.
Let's think of the points they got from beating Tennessee High.
Yeah.
Latest update into the 5th, Richlands led 3-0. And they scored their last run on a pass ball, it says. So 3-0, Cats trailing there in Richlands in the softball tournament. That's the semifinals for it. And Richlands a tough opponent to draw.
Yeah, they're a pretty good softball team this year.
They're really dominant. Them and Lebanon are setting
Lebanon, what, 2 years ago? Is that right? 2 years?
Both teams pretty good. As the 2-2 fouled off by Wheeler.
Richlands runner-up last year, is that right?
I believe they were. They're going to be tough to beat. That'll be a good championship Friday there, too. Here's a 2-2. Breaking pitch right down the middle. Strike 3 looking. Good strikeout there by Griffith. 6 on the afternoon. Griffith's been good in that spot. Griffith has that knack. I know this wasn't like a runners in scoring position thing, but we've seen it today. When he's in the jam, he can get out of it pretty easily. Right. He just goes. He doesn't feel the pressure.
And we're going to need that come next year. I mean, not next year. Next week, we're going to definitely need that. And it just builds confidence. If get out of these situations, it builds confidence.
That one misses outside, so he's down 1-0, but 2 outs in the inning, nobody on. That one skirts the dirt. 2-0. In a sunny afternoon in Bristol for the semifinal round of the Southwest District Tournament. 9-0, Virginia High leading here in the 5th. Top of the 5th as this one misses inside. 3-0.
Oh, you got to let that hit you. Get on base any way you can right now. Let that hit you.
He's just hedging his bets that he'll throw a ball. What are these next 4 pitches? That's a called strike, though, 3-1.
Let that one hit you. Get on base. Flop a little bit. Even if it don't hit you right there, just start running towards first. Act like it hits you.
They do that a lot in college. You see guys, they're going to try to get on. 3-1. This one misses down and away. Ball 4. First walk issued by Zach Griffith. Not a guy that walks a whole lot of hitters. This whole pitching staff in general doesn't walk a whole lot of people, I think.
Well, Coach Belcher, he's big on those strikes.
They have 143 strikeouts on the year to 63 walks.
Well, like I said, Coach Belcher, he's big on his pitchers throwing strikes. Make them swing the bat.
Now a lefty, Isaiah Justice, 1 for 2 today, doubled his first time up back in the first. Steps in, he takes the first pitch outside, 1-0.
And there's a good point to that because you look at us, we get a walk here, a hit batsman there, an error, and then you get on base, and that accumulates in the guys. They have to throw strikes or they walk some guys, and next we start getting runs.
And we talk about mistakes, but mistakes in baseball are a lot different than a mistake in football.
Right,
or any other sport. Basketball, you make a mistake, you're going to get the ball back.
Right.
5 seconds or so. Baseball, you get a run or two free. It's just a further a boost for you as a runner goes. A throw down, pegged. They get Spencer thrown out. Good throw by Mouse. They tried to test him, and he guns him down for out number 3.
Now, that's the aggressiveness that I wanted to see early on in this game. Now you're down 9-0. You kind of have to be aggressive. That's what I wanted to see early on the game.
No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on in the 5th. The Cats need 1 run to end it as they will send Medley, Dixon, and Griffith. So 1, 2, and 3 due up here and just need to get 1 across as we lead 9-0 here in the Southwest District Tournament semifinals on Bearcat Radio. And, it could be a good day to be a Bearcat. Maybe the girls softball can bounce back and maybe try to get a few runs. It's tough on the pitcher, I think, that they have. I think Osborne's their last name for Richlands.
But even if they do lose, like I said, the good thing is top 4, so they'll still get the advance on and play next week, and just got to get in and see what happens.
Yeah, and I mean the way this works out, if you play, we're probably going to be the 1 seed from our side. So we're going to host the 4 seed. We're going to host Ridgeview, who struggled mightily this year. They're already out of the Mountain 7 because I think it was earlier this week. And that's the interesting thing is going to see how Coach Daniels works that because I almost feel like he can get out of the first game without even using Griffith or Dixon.
You think that, but and I'm with you too.
But here's the thing: